For a whole year, professional sports was mobilized against the government of the United States. I think it was actually a partisan thing. I think it was more anti-Trump than anti-America. But there's an awful lot of overlap between those two things, am I right? I mean, let's be honest, if you see an American flag on someone's private home in the United States, or even just someone wearing a U.S. flag lapel pin, I think we can all guess which party they're with, am I right? I mean, take it from Barack Obama himself, who officially stopped wearing the American flag pin and made a public statement about it. It's one thing to not positively fly the flag, but it's another thing to protest when someone else does fly it. The whole idea of taking a knee was a way of defying the national anthem, of disparaging it, protesting it, of a passive-aggressive war against anyone in the stands or anyone watching at home on TV who feels patriotic. It was the teams versus their own fans. It was stupid, but it was about politics and it was about it dislodging Trump. Never used to be that way. Remember this?
Two of them. All right. I'm not sure what he's doing out there. It looks like he's going to burn a flag, and Rick Monday runs and takes it away from him. And so Monday, I think a guy was going to set fire to the American flag. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, well, times have changed. Anti-Americanism infected the heart of the most American of institutions. I mean, the NFL, for crying out loud, even NASCAR. It was clearly a psyop of some sort, a psychological operation to demoralize people. And the leader of it was one of the luckiest, most privileged millionaires in America, a half-white, half-black man raised by a white family named Colin Kaepernick. And I tell you his race and his family background to show you how his own life and success was the result of racial harmony, not racial division, of meritocracy and unity, not division and antagonism. But what a sullen, spoiled brat he has become, because he wasn't quite as good at football as he thought. He wasn't getting the success he thought he deserved. So this would more than make up for it. Normally endorsement deals come to the best athletes. That's not him, but he could get an endorsement deal for demeaning America. He was the best at that. Look at this ad. So you just weren't allowed to criticize him while he criticized you. That would be racist. We had to listen to the millionaires tell us how unjust the system was. But it was a bit odd because while they never ran out of disparaging things to say about America, they sure seemed quiet about the NBA's new home. I'm moving from the NFL to the NBA here, the basketball league. Communist China. Here's LeBron James telling a fellow NBA leader to shut up about China.
We all talk about this freedom of speech. Yes, we all do have freedom of speech, but at times there are ramifications for the negative that can happen when you're not thinking about others and you're only thinking about yourself. So I don't believe, I don't want to get into a word or sentence feud with Daryl Morey, but I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand, and he spoke, and so many people could have been harmed, not only financially but physically, emotionally, spiritually. So just be careful what we tweet and we say and what we do. Even though yes, we do have freedom of speech, but there can be a lot of negative that comes with that too.
I mean, there's a lot of money over there in China, right? Just shut up and get educated, right? That's odd. Well, look at this. I mean, would you look at this? Enes Kanter, born in Switzerland to a Turkish mom and dad, smart man, runs in the family. His dad's a doctor and a university professor. His mom's a nurse. He's a smart guy. He's also almost 7 feet tall. Good athlete, moved to America, played for a bunch of teams, Utah Jazz, New York Knicks, and he's with the Boston Celtics. Now he's 29 years old. He's a Muslim, as most Turks are. He went to an Islamic school, but he has criticized the Islamist president there, Erdogan. He actually called Erdogan the Hitler of our century. That's pretty tough talk. It won't surprise you that Turkey canceled his passport. Anyways, you could say he fits right in with the NBA, right? People speaking out, taking a stand, speaking out against injustice. That's what the NBA is all about, right? And he's Muslim, and that's one of his motivating philosophies. It's actually why he criticized Erdogan. Well, would you look at this? Dear brutal dictator Xi Jinping and the Chinese government, Tibet belongs to the Tibetan people. Free Tibet. I like that. He sounded reasonable in this video, I think. Here, take a listen to this video.
My message to the Chinese government is free Tibet. Tibet belongs to Tibetans. I'm here to add my voice and speak out about what is happening in Tibet.
That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.